Welcome to the first episode of the series Color Yourself Calm. I must say the title Color Yourself Calm is not completely accurate because I will not only do coloring, I will also do painting. And actually I'm going to start today with painting, watercolor paint. A couple of years ago I made this picture. I took this picture. These daffodils are like 200 meters from our home, and I thought this one was beautiful, so I took a picture, and now I think it's time to use it in a painting. If you do not have watercolor paint, pick up your pencils. I have this picture for you and a template that I will use for the painting. Here it is. I will make it available online for free, and I just want to invite you to join me. Whether you have paint or not, just use the stuff that you have at home. The first thing I'm going to do right now is to transfer this template to watercolor paper. If you are planning on using colored pencil, you can transfer to just a little better quality than printing paper. Well, this is very thin. Anyway, so the first thing I'm going to do, and you will see I already did it. Look, this is a soft graphite pencil, and I'm going to put that on the back of the template, and you can see lines appearing because I made a test drawing. That's why you see the lines appear. I already did transferring once, but you can use the template multiple times. So if you do not have a soft graphite pencil, you can use a soft pastel, chalk. You can use that too. So now I will. This is my watercolor paper. I will put it on the watercolor paper. And now let's start transferring. And for the transferring I'm using a hard 2H graphite pencil, so I will have clear lines. My favorite shop in Rotterdam is an art shop called Harolds, and I received an email that they decided to close their doors because it's temporary. They closed the doors temporarily because there were so many people the last couple of days buying stuff. Because here in the Netherlands we have this partial lockdown situation. People are at home a lot of the time, and they are looking for a hobby. So many people went to Rotterdam and went to that shop, but that was, you know, when you are with a lot of people together these days, that can be dangerous because of the virus spreading. So the shop decided to close its doors, but the online shop is still active. So, well, maybe I want to order something too. It's very important with this transferring that you do not forget any lines, And if you are afraid that you forget something, do not take a graphite pencil, but for example a red colored pencil, so you can see exactly which lines you have covered and which needs to be done. Now I'm going to check whether I have everything covered, so I'll fix the paper here and then I'll turn the page. Do I have everything? No, I forgot an entire petal. I forgot this one. So let's check again. This looks quite good. I can see some. This one is not really shining through. That's better. I think this is it. Okay, well. The paint I'm going to use is a new paint. My husband gave me a present a couple of months ago. Schmincke watercolor paint. I have used it already. It's lovely paint. It's very expensive, so I was very grateful for this paint. If you do not have fancy paint like this, that is no problem at all. You use the paint that you have, or you can also use watercolor pencils, works fine. So I'm going to use this this paint. Let's see. These are all the colors that are in the box. And I'll try to tell you exactly which colors I'm using and which colors I am mixing, because I need to mix a couple of colors, I think. Especially for the greens, I think I need to do some mixing. And I am using a Pentel water brush, a medium size. The tip of this brush looks completely green. It has stained and I cannot get it clean anymore. But it doesn't pollute the colors, so it's okay. You can also use the traditional brushes with water, no problem at all. Now the first step that I'm going to take is add clean water to the petals. So I'm squeezing the brush. Actually, I think this brush isn't clean. I need to have a clean brush, of course. So now it's clean. Yeah, that looks better. Always make sure you have a clean brush. The paper that I'm using is 100% cotton. And the brand is called Centenaire. But if you have other types of paper, that's fine, it's just fine. Maybe you can do this tutorial twice. One for testing and one and then another one. the great masters, the great painting masters, used to make studies of paintings they wanted to paint, just to learn what the best method for painting is. So you can do that, make a study first, and then now I am going to use this one, cadmium yellow light, and it is here. It's this color, picking up a little bit, not too much, because it is a strong color. And I'm also putting it here, although this the center of the flower is darker. I think it will pull everything together if there is a little bit of this cadmium yellow light over there as well. Now it's time to let things dry. And in the meantime, I will look at the leaves. And I'm starting with May green, and that is this color, May green. I think I will have to do a little bit of mixing, but I will do that on the paper. So I'm starting out with May green. Beautiful bright green. So, and I'm going to add a touch of Naples yellow, and that is a strange color. Look at this, Naples yellow. I'm not sure if that is the right decision, but let's give it a try. Cleaning the brush. I think actually that a yellow ochre would work as well. So if you don't have this Naples yellow, oh no, I'm using the yellow ochre. I was mistaken. I'm using this one, yellow ochre. I keep my brush wet so I can... Do you hear that bird? It's a finch. It's beautiful weather here in the Netherlands. We have blue skies, and that beautiful weather caused problems last weekend because the government... Let's pick up a little bit of extra color here, May green again. The government had asked everybody to stay at home as much as possible, but because of the nice weather, people decided to go to the forests and to the beaches, and there were thousands of people outdoors creating dangerous situations with this virus in the air. So many people were angry, and I think stricter measures will follow because people are just not listening. I hope it's all in time, the measures, but well. Okay, this is a first layer, and I have a little bit of a bleeding here, as you can see. Let's see if I can fix that. Add water to it. That looks better. Now I will have to let things dry. So let's take a look at the photo, and I'm going to search for the next color that I'm going to use. And here we see all sorts of orange colors, and I think I'm going to start with this one. That looks good. Chromium Yellow Hue Deep. I'm going to go for that one. So my painting has dried already, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of Chromium Yellow Hue Deep. Now you may wonder, why is that name of this color so long? Chromium Yellow Hue Deep. This is not the real pigment, chromium yellow, and the word hue indicates that, because chrome is a poisonous it's a poisonous substance, and more art materials producers, that's not English, manufacturers of paints and pencils and stuff like that are more and more going for less toxic pigments. So this chromium yellow hue means that it is it's not the chromium yellow actually. The color looks like it, it's very similar, but there's no chromium in it. I'm messing around, guys, can you see that? This doesn't look good. Don't talk when you have to concentrate. Well, I need to grab another tissue. So what I had to do is to add water first and then let the paint flow. I didn't do that. So now I'm adding water first. Then I pick up some paint and I let it flow. That's much better. And again, I'm making a mistake. Goodness. Because this area should be lighter. As you can see, thank goodness, watercolor can be very forgiving as long as you act quickly. So let's try again. These things here are the stamen, so I'd like to leave them out, create a little bit of contrast there. I'll let this dry. And now I go back to the petals, because when you look at the picture, you can see there is a shadow. So the shaded areas I'm going to do now, and there's a problem with yellow, because yellow is a very difficult color when you do shading. And I'm going to make a darker shaded yellow by mixing yellow ochre and the cadmium yellow light that I used already. So let's take a look. I pick you up and I put you down here. Here I have the yellow ochre. Let's put it here. I hope you can see that. Clean the brush. Then I'm picking up the cat yellow light. I'm going to mix that. I think we should go a little darker, but let's try this first. Picking you up again, and there you are. I've been doing a lot of gardening. The first part of this video I recorded yesterday, and I can only record in the morning because in the afternoon there is a lot of sunshine in the Passion for Pencils headquarters, and then recording becomes a little bit difficult. So my schedule right now is recording in the morning and gardening in the afternoon. And we are having a great, beautiful day again here. Blue skies. I love it. It's quiet in the streets. Government, yesterday evening the government again ordered new measures to beat the corona crisis. These are scary times, but we were ordered to stay at home, and I am staying at home as much as possible. The best weapon that we have against this virus is to stay home and color. So let's do that. Stay home, color, paint. So let's leave this for a while. And everything dried. Now I'm going to work on the leaves, and I'm going to use this one, Permanent Green Olive. Beautiful color. Maybe I need to mix it a little bit with I don't know what, but let's pick some Permanent Green Olive, and I'll put it down again. Well, I love painting botanicals, flowers and plants and berries and stuff like that. The professionals, the professional botanical artists, they often use different type of paper. They use hot press paper. Hot press paper is a paper that is very smooth and has no texture. And I have some of it here, and I tried it, but I find it very difficult to work with. That's why I have a cold pressed paper. This is a cold pressed paper. It has texture but not too rough. I'm picking up a little extra of that green. And I think I'm going to mix that with a touch of ochre, because there is ochre in the flower, and I think ochre, the ochre will pull things together. Here I have a touch of ochre. Take a look. If you have any suggestions for this Color Yourself Calm series, please let me know. I will read all the comments, so if you have a suggestion or a question, how do I color this or that, or just let me know. I'd love to show you. Next one, Chromium Orange Hue. I go slightly darker to give a little bit more, to make contrast here. Pick you up again, here we go. I'm just putting dots here and there. Picking up a little bit more. And I'll add that here as well. And I think I should add a touch of that ochre again. I think this ochre will pull everything together. I use it as a color to make shading. This is not what I want. Let's pick up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm making the same mistake. I'll have to think now about how to make the contrast bigger, because the inside of this flower needs to be darker. If I pick up here the picture, oh, I'll have to figure out how to do that, because if I follow the colors in the picture, I don't think I will get the result that I'm looking for. I'll have to find different colors. Maybe I should do some testing first.